You like TV? I like TV.
I do like TV.
I watch TV. And today we're going to destroy TV.
Okay.
That's right, kids. Destroy All Movies has a another little fun podcast. Destroy All TV.
Coming at
Destroy
you
All
from
Television.
Damn Junior Podcast.
Could be classic TV. Could be new TV. You never know. You never know what we're going to throw at you.
Mostly,
So
mostly classic TV, especially
but
bad classic TV, which is almost all of classic television.
Yeah, real.
Yeah.
For real.
Destroy All Television. Damn show.
Yes, kids, destroy all television. Get it at damnshow.co, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, and everywhere you listen to your favorite podcasts.
Hey, welcome to Destroy All Movies. What's up, people? I'm Richie.
I'm Jim.
I'm Ken.
Carl.
What up, boys?
Hi.
What's going on?
Let me lower my mic gain a little. There you go. I was
You were peaking. That's what it's the crackling.
yeah, that was peaking.
You're
So,
peaking and it was cutting.
Yeah. So for you in the biz,
For you in the sound
people who are
biz.
not in the biz don't understand. I was pinning the needle.
So another week of life went by, and
Yeah.
we watched a terrible movie for the most part. And then
This wasn't even terrible. This was good and terrible.
it was terrible.
Boy, this movie
As
good and terrible.
as Charles Barkley would say, it's terrible.
It's terrible.
It's terrible.
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 So
Yes, the film Kate. We will be talking about that. It's a Netflix original. Another winner by Netflix.
uh-huh.
Oh, you know the CEO of Netflix or the head of streaming at Netflix was bad mouthing Ted Lasso and Apple
Oh.
TV.
Ooh,
I'm sorry. What?
Don't go there.
Yeah,
He was bad mouthing Ted Lasso and
Yeah.
Apple TV for
And
putting
he
out
said-
quality movies and
Sounds jealous.
yeah. It's a award, like it's a award darling, but I doubt they have the streaming numbers. It's like
I guess it might not have the same numbers.
yeah,
but-
spoken like a true bitch. They're better than us.
yeah. I mean, what an asshole.
And don't get me wrong, I love Seinfeld, but you know that's what he has. He's like, well, we have Seinfeld.
They didn't create Seinfeld, though.
I know, but it's like exactly. They don't have the numbers.
No, they created Kate. Though.
Yeah, they created Kate. Like
Yeah.
he should watch that and be like, really? You have the numbers with Kate? You fuck. You're four
Yeah.
idiots who fucking watched it.
Yeah.
That's
Wait.
true.
Wait, was Jolt also a Netflix original?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
Jolt was also a Netflix.
Yeah, he's
original.
sitting in his office. He goes, these same four assholes keep fucking watching this stupid shit.
Crap.
Just make another crappy movie with a tough girl in it.
Yeah.
How many streams for Kate? 4.
4.
Jolt?
Green light the next one.
4. Yeah, like I say, we crank them out.
Yeah, coast to coast. We got 4, baby.
Yeah.
Exactly,
That's
coast
right.
to coast.
What other famous actress can we get?
Oh my god,
Toughen her up.
right?
Rachel Ray.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Famous actress. Who was Kate? If fucking Kate was Rachel Ray, that would have been funny.
Kate won an Oscar, dude.
See her what?
She won an Oscar.
Who?
For what?
Room.
The fuck is Room?
It's a movie that she won an Oscar for, where she's
Who's
trapped
she?
in a room
Wait,
with.
who is she?
Kate Broad.
No, the Kate Broad is Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Yeah, that's
The
what
one who won an Oscar for Room is Captain Marvel.
Oh, I always mix them two up.
Oh,
Oh, she's
She's from
Scott
Scott
Pilgrim.
Pilgrim.
Right.
And,
I always mix them two up.
And the Burger King commercial.
No, and
Burger King.
no, she was in that 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Oh, right.
Right.
Oh, yeah. And the
Yeah.
Burger King commercial, which was huge. Yeah.
Yeah,
They look,
so
Yeah.
they look the same to me.
She was hawking the Chick King.
we also we also are going to talk about Bob Ross, Happy Accidents, Betrayal, and Greed.
Yes. They're fucked. I got a lot to say about that fucking show. Some of it you're gonna not like, some of it you're gonna.
Yeah. So before we get into that, by the way, I watched both Kate and the documentary at 1.5 speed. Now, I normally listen to podcasts at 1.2 speed, and
Yeah.
it makes them a little faster, but it doesn't really distort people's voices much.
Right.
So I cranked it up to 1.5 on Netflix, and everyone sounded a little quicker, but perfectly understandable. And with, talking a little faster, but at a normal pace.
Right.
Except for when Regis Philbin came up.
Oh.
Then
That's
it
fine.
sounded like the speed talking dude. Remember that dude that used to speed
Yeah, like
talk?
at the end of commercials.
Micro Machines.
Yeah, the Micro Machines guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
What else is
what have we been watching? I've watched a couple of things.
Well, I watch these two stupid fucking movies.
All right. Well, then next.
I watched Worth.
Watch what?
Worth, the movie with Stanley Tucci and Michael Keaton about the 9/11 Victims Fund.
Oh, God, I saw that too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Wow.
that was a rough one.
that was rough.
Yeah.
Man.
Rough bad or rough tough to watch?
No, it's well done. It's just
Yeah, the
Brutal.
story. Yeah, the storyline is, tugs on those feelings.
Look at
So, yeah.
Kenny. With
Look
the
at
heart.
that.
Good
Yeah.
for you, buddy.
Look at that. Yep.
the title is basically how much is a human life worth if you have children, if you have a good
Oh,
job.
yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
My thing, it's like, depends on the human.
Okay, thanks for bringing us down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Yep.
Worth. All right.
All
I'm not
right.
watching it. I got to say, you being
What?
married, not you, Kenny.
Kenny, you. I don't know who you're pointing at.
We're all married.
Yeah.
But like you, where's Kenny? So Kenny's over here.
Man,
Right,
you're-
right there.
You're pointing at the floor, man.
No, like diagonal. Kenny's on the bottom. If I'm looking, Kenny's on my bottom left. So he's right there. Carl's right under me, and Jim, you're over there.
Well, you're there. Carl's there. Kenny's
Yeah.
there.
So anyway,
We're all different.
I don't know how you, married, kids, job, could even watch two of these crappy movies and do
Oh.
the show, and then watch other how do you have? I hardly have time to watch these movies, and I'm
Yeah,
sitting,
Yeah, me too.
My commute is an hour and a half to work sometimes.
Oh,
So I'll put that on over
Done.
in the
All right.
car, and
Okay.
I'll put the phone right in front of the speedometer. Fuck everything else.
Jesus.
Fair enough. Well, that answers my question, because I know,
there's some state trooper writing this down. Oh, I am gonna get that guy.
Yep, he's entering it into a SCMOD now.
right?
Yeah, it's come on. Oh, that's
Nice pull. Scamod, you got that right, Carl.
Blues Brothers.
yes.
There you go.
Okay,
Oh,
just checking.
Nice.
Just checking. Carl didn't find it as funny as the rest of us.
I thought.
So
Carl's like, you guys are assholes.
besides
Oh,
watch-
yeah, you know that.
so besides watching Ted Lasso a few times,
Right.
and crying every time.
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
Dude,
it was a killer episode.
you fucking cry over during Ted Lasso?
Oh yeah. I was sitting there watching it because I watch it on my computer when I'm taking, so I can start and stop it really fast while taking
Okay.
notes.
Right.
And I was bawling away while doing that.
Oh, man.
Sitting by myself.
Unfucking real.
It was a rough one.
I didn't watch the last episode yet.
Well, to be prepared to cry, obviously, because fucking, Jim over there, fucking
Get the Kleenex.
get the Kleenex out.
Yes, it's called No Weddings and a Funeral. You can check it out as the latest episode of the Dilemma Squad,
Yeah, there you go.
It's fucking
where we
funny.
recap
Nice.
it. You can find that at damshow.co.
I have found the older I get, and I'm not digging on Jim here, just because you're older. I get more emotional.
No offense.
More and more what?
I do get more emotional. Like,
Oh,
Not to dig on Jim because he's old.
it's only 5 years more. But I find myself even like commercials sometimes. I'm like,
Okay,
why am I tearing up here?
Carl.
Yeah.
The Jim crying thing has nothing to do with his age.
No,
No, he
No,
fucking
man.
cried.
Any
since he was
sentimental stuff always got me.
always
Oh.
fucking sitting there, look, men all over the couch looking at him, crying. Field of Dreams.
at the Super Bowl commercial.
Field of Dreams. They should have played Catch with His Daddy. Like, what are you doing?
I cried when he played catch with his dad at Field of Dreams.
Oh wow,
When
no.
his
I
father
sat there and
says,
watched
"Son, you want to play a cat? You want to have a catch?" Oh man, I lose it. And then when in October Sky,
Ugh.
when
you
Homer Hickham's father shows up and pushes the button.
I would have shoved that fucking rocket up his ass. He was a dick the whole time. You don't get to fucking push the button. Go stand over there and watch.
He loved his dad.
I know. Still. Now, I'm here. Yeah, you're here because the whole fucking town's here. They told you to come. You didn't come because you wanted to. Get out of here.
All right.
did you cry in Guardians 2? He's not. He may be your father.
Oh, when Xandu
But
died.
he's not your dad. Yes, I did.
Way to bring it up, Kenny.
I have to say that one was kind of emotional. I was like, yeah, but I didn't cry. But that one is like, oh, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Because I watched that. I watched Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I was in my old job and I finished up a service call about noonish. And there was a theater around the corner. I was in Pleasanton. And I said, oh, let me go around and pop into Guardians of the Galaxy 2. It was the opening day. And I said, and I'll just wait and see if I get another service call. If not, I'll just continue to watch the movie. And I was able to watch the whole thing. And I did cry in the theater when that
Oh
happened
boy.
on a work day.
The last movie that made, I didn't like, not ugly crying, but I teared up for sure. Which is really good. And it was only like a week ago. So I'll put it on my what am I watching is Coda, like the Zeppelin album, CODA, which is Children of Deaf Adults.
Right.
Yeah, that's on Apple TV Plus.
It is very good. It's funny.
What's it about?
It's a girl that has a deaf brother and 2 deaf parents and wants to sing. It sounds cheesy as fuck, I know, but it got me, man. It got me.
Sing. I didn't know that part.
It got me, dude.
Wow.
Was she deaf as well?
No,
No,
Oh, so she can sing.
I want to sing like the sun and the moon and
So-
the Juna.
Why?
Come on, swing.
So was she bummed that her brother and parents couldn't hear her?
yeah, that's part of it. Yeah, and they didn't really support her doing that because they have a fishing operation, and
And they
she
couldn't
wanted.
hear anyway. Like she could sing the whole time. They're shucking fish and shit.
But she's really good at it, and she goes to a high-end college,
Yeah.
and
Cleaning the fish.
the ending, it's really well done. I'm telling you.
It writes itself, baby.
Nice.
Richie's doing the Broadway version of Coda. I'm cleaning the fish. Oh, that's what I wanted to talk. That I was trying to remember what else I watched
Some for saving, some for selling.
That's some for saving, some for keeping.
Some for saving, some for selling, some for keeping.
So
stools.
Stool boom. So I watched Foundation.
Carl, seriously, you don't know stools? Waiting for Guffman?
Oh, right.
Some for selling, some for keeping. It writes itself.
How's Foundation?
So I watched Foundation. Now I read all the Isaac Asimov Foundation.
Oh, that
books.
Started up?
Yeah. They dropped 3 episodes.
Oh, nice.
So I watched the first one. And other than the Harry Seldon parts, I could not remember the book whatsoever. And I don't know whether it's that true to the book. It didn't seem like very Isaac Asimov to me, some of the scenes. So I think they kind of tarted them up or added stuff in.
Does that matter? Was it good?
It was okay. It was all right. It's just I wasn't wowed by it. But I'll give it another watch. At least the second episode. The problem with the Foundation books is it jumped like time periods. Like the first chapter or 2 was in one time period, and then it's 35 years later, then 150 years later, and thousands of years later.
Sounds like Asimov.
Yeah. And so none of these characters are going to go on into other episodes if they're true to the book.
Half hour, 1 hour?
Hour. So that's all right.
Kenny's like, hour. I got the car ride to do it, no problem.
I can't talk about it, but yeah, I think I'm going to get them.
Well, the other thing I watched also on Apple TV Plus is Come From Away. It's the musical about 9/11.
No.
No, I'm telling you, it's a wonderful production.
What?
Really?
Because it's not about 9/11 itself.
Oh, okay.
So what it is the story.
Pretty fucked up, man. No, just like
it's based on true events, and it's basically at the tip of North America. There's this Canadian town in Newfoundland,
right,
called Gander. That's where hundreds of planes were diverted to. This little town airport.
Wow.
Hundreds of planes were diverted to after the 9/11 attacks. They grounded all the planes, and they were the closest airport to get to.
Wow.
And it's all about the town and the surrounding towns banding together to provide housing and comforts to all of these passengers.
Oh, wow.
Like they couldn't get their luggage. The local vet had to convince them to let her on the plane to get the animals off.
Right.
Because at first they didn't want her to do it because they're treating everything like a bomb.
Right. Wow.
Yeah. So they're singing this whole thing.
They're singing and dialogue. So
and everyone's dressed as a plane, then everyone dresses as a passenger.
No, each character plays multiple parts. Each actor, that is, plays multiple characters. And but the good part is, like, when you see them again, it's pretty distinctive. You can tell they're playing that character. Like now this passenger is playing the mayor of the town. But,
so it's like Hallmark.
Huh?
Like Hallmark.
No. I'm saying if you put all the Hallmark movies into one movie.
Yeah, it's like this person plays the guy, the broken, the boyfriend in this movie. Then he plays the mayor in the other one, and then he's a cop in the So it's
the pilot,
right?
Yeah,
because Hallmark has one script. They just pass it around, and you're like, okay, you're the old.
I'm sorry. My wife heard me talking, and she corrected me. It's 38 planes, 7,000 passengers.
It's still a lot for a small
Yeah,
Right.
airport. What's it called again?
it's called Come From Away.
Okay.
And
Sounds interesting.
I like Welcome to the Rock because that's the nickname for Gander because it's an
Mhm.
island. And that's an opening and then a closing number. Rousing Broadway. That's all I have to say. And it was the first play to reopen after COVID.
Wow.
They got
Okay.
the original, most of the original cast members too. But what's interesting is when this ends, during the credits, they show pictures of the actors and pictures of the real people.
Do they
Together.
look like the actors?
I do
Some of
enjoy
them
that.
do, some of them don't.
Okay.
Yeah, so I highly recommend it.
Like in Argo, where Affleck
Yeah.
looks nothing
Nothing
like the
like
Oh,
original.
nothing like that, dude. Yeah.
Right.
Nothing.
That's funny. Well, Carl, what are you watching? Because
I
Jim
already
brought
said-
Jim
I'll
brought
stick-
it down with his Broadway production.
Brought us down. It's a rousing, uplifting
All right.
I've watched
show.
a bunch of junk,
Okay.
not worth mentioning, but I'll stick with Coda.
All right.
I totally recommend it. It's great.
There you go.
Oh, I have to give props to Carl because
As do I.
Because he talked about something on the last show that now everyone's talking about.
That he ate 112 Twinkies.
Yeah, he ate 58.
Cool hand, Carl.
Squid Game.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
was fun.
You watched it.
No, I didn't watch it, but I've been reading people all over the place on Twitter, on podcasts mentioning it.
All right.
So it's kind of like Battle Royale. It's like, these destitute contestants are given the hope of winning tons of money. All they have to do is get through 6 different kids games.
It's a Korean show. South Korean.
Except they find out if you lose, you die.
Badly.
So-
Like you die.
So they do like a red light, green light.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if
Like
and-
90% of them.
And this is on Netflix as well?
yes,
That's what we're watching. Coda plays, Jim's crying. It's normal Wednesday night, kids.
Movies.
on
Okay.
to Kiss Me Kate. Oh,
Kate, we're going to talk.
I mean,
Yeah, let's
just
talk
Kate.
about Kate. Let's talk about Kate first.
okay.
So this
This Kate person.
Kate who played Kate? No one cares. No one knows. They
Mary
could've put
Elizabeth Winstead.
I know.
She's more
Who?
popular than you think.
What? Because
Yeah,
she's
she
on some
is.
soap opera.
No,
No.
she's an actress.
Okay, not a good one.
I thought
she was. What do you mean?
She was
She's
great.
not a good one.
It was a little vanilla. If Woody
She
Harrelson
was-
wasn't in this movie, it was not good.
Okay, please.
I thought
With the
she was
Woody
really good.
Harrelson. As soon as I saw him, I knew he was the guy
Yeah.
behind it all.
Well, of course you
Totally.
did.
absolutely I did.
I'm going, oh, Woody Harrelson. He's going to betray her.
They could have put anybody in. The role was going to betray. You knew it right from the
Yeah.
start.
Like right off the bat. This is a 2021 Netflix original directed by Cedric Nicholas Troyan and starred Mary Elizabeth Winstead and Woody Harrelson. And
What film school project did he have to do to graduate?
I don't
Kate-
know. But
It was the film school
I think one of the problems with this movie is I think these female assassin movies are getting formulaic and they're
Yeah.
using the same tropes over and over again.
yeah.
Like they get betrayed, they have to go, and on a killing spree for some reason,
Right.
and they befriend the kid, and the spunky,
Right.
precocious.
She didn't bother me either. I actually thought she was pretty cool.
No, I'm saying the situation. I'm not saying
Yeah.
anything about the acting. I'm saying this stuff has been used over and over again.
Most of the scenes kind of were, let's say, borrowed
Yeah.
from Kick-Ass. Just not. I mean, this was Kick-Ass
Yeah,
without.
But the thing is, it's more than Kick-Ass that they were borrowing from.
Cherry
I understand that. But like,
You
it's
gotta
cherry picking
have-
from a lot of movies, just nothing original.
Yeah. You got to have some slow-acting poison or implant or or something or other that
Right.
will
Yeah.
that's going to kill the protagonist by the end.
Okay, so
And
that was Kate. Good job.
Yeah.
so basically, she's an assassin.
Right.
So she's skilled in the ways of killing people. And Woody Harrelson is her handler. And they work for some kind of, or she thinks they work for some sort of company.
Mhm.
And she's going to snipe somebody. And a kid gets out. And she goes, "Oh, there's a kid here." And the voice, I don't know who the voice is.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Yes.
Nice one. Nice one.
But they say over, you take the shot. She takes the shot, and she's upset because there was a kid there, and that was her one rule is no kids.
Right. Well, she didn't shoot the kid.
I know, but she shot her father right in front of the kid.
Makes him grow up a little faster. That's all.
Yeah, she seemed to handle it pretty well later in the movie.
She was fine.
Yeah, she seemed to be all right with it.
Yeah. It proves, gives her a little freedom. She was out of clubs later. She should have been at that club.
So Kate is going after the big guy, the head honcho, the big cheese, and misses because she has like some kind of spasm. And
Because of the poison.
because of yes, I know it's because of the poison, but she doesn't know that yet.
Right. That's right. She thinks it's hiccups.
So she,
The yips. She's got the yips.
so because she misses, now this is another thing I didn't understand. If she shot the guy, right, and then ran to get out of there, wouldn't the same situation have happened?
Yeah.
Because she missed and then ran away, and they say, "Oh, that's her," and then they try to chase her down and all of that. If she shot him, she would still be running away, and they'd be still trying to chase her down. She had no exit. She had no exit plan.
Yeah, but if she shot him, she could have just hung up on the roof. If she made her shot, she would have been fine.
They would be looking for a sniper.
Yeah, I understand that, but she was well hidden. She had a hoodie on. She was fine.
Yeah.
Like, she had a black hoodie.
Totally camouflaged.
Yeah.
Not suspicious at all.
Not suspicious at all.
Yeah. And she was in a light up car too.
Yeah.
Where the inside was
God.
well lit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she gets chased down the streets of Tokyo, eventually crashes, wakes up in the hospital, and the doctor says, "You have acute radiation poisoning," and tells her what kind of poison it is. Polonium-204.
Polonium-204, son of a bitch, if it was only 205.
So she makes them give her stimulant injectors, and she goes off to find the guy who poisoned her.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
How do you poison someone with what's it called?
Polonium-204.
Polonium-204.
And it's radiation, and you
Yeah.
put it in
RP.
and you put it in wine. How does that happen?
You can do that.
Oh,
Can
yeah.
you?
Yeah, it only has to be a very small particle.
All right, I'm just asking. I'm no scientist. I mean, I
Yeah.
watched The Big Bang Theory and all, but I'm no scientist.
Well,
There's a blog for Napa Valley that tells you if you add a little bit of this to your wine, you can poison people.
oh, that's great.
There you go.
So and this is my other problem, man. If you're dying of radiation poisoning, I saw that Chernobyl, and you basically start burning up from the inside out.
Right.
There's no way she could function.
No, she had the EpiPen.
Yeah, I know. That EpiPen, how much of that is going to overcome your insides melting
It gives
away?
her an hour. She had time to have a burger.
Yeah.
Even though her teeth were falling out, she was having a burger, but it's good because it's soft. She didn't have to worry,
Yeah, and she was craving some sort of lemon drink.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boom, boom, lemon.
Boom,
Yeah.
boom, lemon.
Happy Boom Boom Lemon, it's called, or something like
Yeah.
the Happy Body.
Now, I thought because she kept asking for Boom Boom Lemon and Woody
Right.
Harrelson gave her Boom Boom Lemon that he poisoned her with the Boom Boom Lemon.
Oh, yeah, no.
No, and it turns out it was just some schmo.
Right. Right. And of course, so what was the whole white dress and meat going out? Like, what was all that about? Like, she felt like all guilty. She saw the white dress in the store window, and then she was sitting in the white dress at the restaurant.
I don't know.
I
I don't know how to answer that.
don't even remember this.
Yeah, I don't either.
How she got poisoned? She went on that date.
Oh, she went on that date.
Oh, that
but
dude.
She was walking through the streets after she shot somebody or whatever, and just had this guilty conscience look on her face, and fucking saw a
Oh,
white
because
dress
the
in
kid
window.
was wearing a white dress.
Kid was wearing a white dress.
Yeah.
She was wearing a pink jacket.
No, when her father got shot.
When her father got shot, she was wearing a white
Yeah,
dress.
She might have been wearing a white dress.
The little Asian chick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought she was wearing a pink jacket.
Wasn't that later?
No, that's when she got shot.
Okay. It was over a white dress.
They didn't explain the white
I don't
dress.
know what the white dress means.
Does it need explanation?
Well,
It's a dress.
Yeah, I understand that, but it was like fucking like, when she saw it, it was like Prince looking at the guitar in the window, like he had to have it. Like, so she looked at this thing all lovingly, and then the next scene she was in it at a restaurant.
There
Oh.
you go.
She went in and bought a white dress.
It's not Kubrick. It's not like symbolism.
It
It's just
didn't
a white
mean
dress.
anything other than she took a fancy to the dress and bought it to wear to the club.
Okay,
Richie's looking for deep meaning in this movie.
made no sense to me. Well, when you're seeing it and
made
you're
no
gazing
sense
at
to
it,
me.
well,
So there
she's
must
seeing
be
it,
some
she's like,
deeper meaning you're missing.
Right, she's like gazing at it.
What?
Yeah, it's like, oh, so she just wanted a pretty dress.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay, whatever. This movie sucked. Go ahead.
So she kidnaps the little girl because she's gonna get her uncle to tell her who poisoned her.
Right.
And the guy,
She was after Raffi.
not
Matsukas.
Renji.
Oh, Renji.
Yeah. So Renji tells his men, the Yakuza guy, his Yakuza outfit, we're not going to tell the big boss about this. You go and you kill that little girl. Only he never comes out and says, kill that little girl. And he goes, make sure you understand me. Oh, I understand. Why not just say kill the little girl?
Yeah.
Why don't you just say
she's
it?
the last of the bloodline.
So
Wink, wink. You're like, what? She's the last of, why do I got to spell it out?
So because the kid is, they're going to kill the kid, she becomes her protector and drags her around, keeping her from getting killed while killing everybody she sees. And then she gets to the big head cheese who was sitting there saying, I deserve to die. And I was not the one who poisoned you. So she doesn't kill him.
It was Raffi.
Yeah, it was Renji.
Renji, that's it. Raffi Taffy. It was Raffi Taffy.
So he gives her like a small army to go attack Renji's place.
And another jab in the EpiPen.
Yeah. And it turns out that Woody Harrelson showed up and he was the one
No way.
betrayed her.
Shaka.
The twists and turns of this movie.
Yeah.
Did Shyamalan write this?
So
Man.
Woody Harrelson takes off. Oh, and he's got the girl.
Right.
And the old dude, the head cheese, goes up to Renji and he says, Renji's mine. And he pulls out a sword. And Renji says, oh, please, you're no samurai.
You're no samurai.
No
I'm
samurai.
a samurai like a motherfucker.
Yeah, no, you're no samurai. And then he winds up killing Renji in like 2 seconds flat.
You know who wasn't a samurai? Renji.
Renji.
Renji should have just shot him because Renji don't know how to use a fucking sword. I mean,
because Renji should have figured, even if you're slightly better than me, I'm in trouble.
Right. Like, if you have a sword, you're better than me because I don't have a sword.
And if you give me a sword,
yeah,
I won't be able to use it.
Yeah, you're giving me a sword to die because I don't have one, nor have I had one in the past to practice. So, but I will go into the square and duel you because that's what we do for honor. I don't get it. I would have just shot him. It would have been
like,
a very
Nolan Ryan handing you a bat and say, okay.
Yeah. You can hit off me.
It should have been like Raiders where
that's what I mean. Like
the guy with the sword.
Perfect example. He just pulls out the sword and just shoots him and we're like, all right, like.
Yeah, so Kojima, and I remember that because I just read it, he first ices Renji in the stomach or something and then chops his head off. All in about 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I think Renji got one swing in.
Literally, there was one cling of swords. That's all you heard. It was like cling.
So
you figure with all this bullshit fighting that went on with these people, there would be a cool sword fight and there was a clink. That's it. That's all you got.
Yeah. Well,
but like
I found that refreshing. That someone would kill someone, someone's a lot quickly? Better.
Well, also in the beginning.
So you're saying you wanted more of this movie, is what you're saying?
No, I wanted less of the fighting, like, with guns and little knives and something cool. Like that would have been a cool, that would have been a cool scene. But obviously the budget did not have there was nothing in the budget for a 2-minute or a minute or 30 seconds of.
It was an original thing not to do that.
All right.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. I think she killed somebody with chopsticks too.
You know what it would have been? Yeah. You know what it would have been funnier is if he threw him the sword and the old guy just shot him. Like he pulls out the sword and goes in the middle and be like, yeah, now it's he goes, what am I? I'm not doing this. My arm hurts. And he went all Yoda on him.
What do you mean?
Because he was like all hurt and gimpy. And then when the swords come out, he was like, ha, and killed him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and went back to being all gimpy. Pulled a Yoda.
So Kate tracks down Woody Harrelson, and Woody Harrelson's got the gun on the kid because what his plan was, after Kate is dead, he's gonna train the new girl as his assassin.
Right.
And they both shoot at each other, but she's quicker.
That's right. And the same thing happened with another guy when her gun jammed or they were both out of ammo.
They were both out of bullets, and she got her clip in faster than his.
Exactly. And the girl from Hit Girl did kick, like, you can't do it any better than Hit Girl. You can't change a clip any better than Hit Girl did. So stop trying.
All right. You hear that, everybody who's about to make a movie?
Everybody.
Just stop trying.
Stop trying.
Good advice.
I'm gonna have to watch that scene again.
All the movies has already been made. Nothing new.
So she shoots Woody Harrelson in the stomach, and
because it's a slow death.
Yeah,
that's why she shoots him,
and then goes up to the roof and dies.
Yeah, why'd she go up to the roof?
To look at the outside in the stars.
Oh.
Why not?
Did she have any more her Lululemon
Boom, boom.
lemonade? Boom boom lemon or whatever.
Oh,
No.
she got that in the car. In the car right there.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
right.
the big boss had it.
This is one vice.
He's got the boom boom lemon in the old center console.
Yeah,
He did.
yeah. It would have been funny if he just drank it right in front of him, like
You want this?
Oh, it's so good. Anyway, that's Kate. Great movie.
Yes. So
I watched this movie not on 1 point whatever speed, but I did fast forward through all the fight scenes after I saw the first one because it was the same over and 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 over scene.
Right.
Go ahead.
Well, 41% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Jesus Christ.
41% positive out of 82 critics.
All right.
Yeah. So I give this 1.5.
All right.
It wasn't as bad as Jolt. No,
All
I'll take
right.
that back. I kind of like Jolt better because there was more funny dialogue in it.
All right.
So whatever I gave Jolt, I'll give this one half a star less.
You gave it what you gave it, Jim. I'm not doing it again.
Okay. No, I need you to go back and listen
No.
to that show to find out what I gave it.
Kenny, what did he give Jolt? You listened to the show.
Oh, I don't remember.
There you go.
Remember either.
All right, Ken, what do you give it?
Oh, just a 1. It's
1.
Yep. I can't give it anything else. Probably fell asleep twice during it while I was driving.
It's on your speedometer.
So yeah.
That's why when Kenny gets pulled over and the cop says, "You know how fast you were driving?" He says, "No, I was watching a movie."
About 30 minutes in. Yeah. What are we about 35 minutes in now? Yeah. About 5 minutes.
Yeah. Do you know how fast you were going? Kate.
Kate, I was going Kate.
What? I was watching Kate.
I was going 1.5.
Yeah.
1.5 what? Speed on Netflix.
Speed, I'm
you can,
watching Kate.
You can make it go faster.
Yeah.
So that's Kate.
There you go. Carl, what do you give it?
What do you give it?
I actually really like the acting overall,
Fucking, I love Carl because he really like watches this shit.
but
Good
it
for you,
really
though.
was. It was tropey as fuck. It was a cherry picked from 20 different movies.
Yeah.
But I really also like. I'm giving it an extra half for the Tokyo. It was beautifully shot.
Okay.
It reminded me of being there. It was very much Tokyo-ish. Which is
So,
an awesome city.
For its travelogue
It is.
aspects,
Right.
Carl gives it half a point for that.
Nice. So if you're on Travelocity, Carl will give you a.
So I'm gonna total that up to because it was a good looking movie, just tropey. I'm
Okay.
gonna total up to 2.
2. There you go.
Right.
I would have given it a 1, but the music annoyed me, so a half. It was fucking awful.
Not good.
It was dumb. You have radiation poisoning. You're not doing anything but dying. You're not even going to drink your Lululemon or whatever it's called.
Boom boom.
Boom, boom,
Boom,
lemon.
boom,
Lemon. Lululemon is a brand
It matters.
of yoga
That doesn't
pants.
matter. Doesn't matter. You got to, yeah. So there you go. Half.
All right.
8.
So
Now let's get on to something good.
yes, Bob Ross, Happy Accidents, Betrayal, and Greed. A Bob Ross documentary.
Did you cry?
No. Why would
Oh,
I
okay.
cry?
Well, because he died and it was sad, and he's,
And Steve didn't get any money.
Steve didn't get any money.
Yeah, this is Joshua Rofe directed documentary. It was produced by Melissa McCarthy and her husband.
Oh,
Did they know Bob Ross?
I doubt it. They probably knew of him just as we knew of him.
Okay. Well, I wonder why they picked this story to produce.
It's interesting.
All right.
They want to sell tickets. They want to put butts in the seats. But so
All right.
what better than Bob Ross? A Bob Ross scandal.
It was scandalous.
Mhm.
I agree,
So-
Carl. Wasn't that scandalous?
Well,
Some
this
fucking hippie painters who fucking got who hooked up with the wrong people.
yeah.
That's all it was.
That's it.
Yeah.
Kowalski's.
Well, I found this interesting. One, I did not know that Bob Ross learned his technique from that Anderson dude,
Right.
who I remember.
I don't remember that.
Oh
Okay.
yeah. Oh, he used
I don't remember.
he
him.
was very bombastic, and he had nicknames for like the paint that he would, the base paint he would put on the canvas.
Right.
That was magic white.
Magic White.
You
Right.
use magic white, and he used a big, a big like house paintbrush to put it
Right.
on, and he called that mighty brush. Oh, you use mighty brush on and brush the
Yeah,
magic white on.
Yeah, I never saw that.
Yeah, I didn't know Bob Ross learned his technique from that dude.
Was he also on PBS?
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Mhm.
A lot of painters on PBS, obviously.
Yeah.
Not a lot going on PBS, but painting
So I found
and
I-
cooking. So the whole premise of this is
Be right back.
Bob Ross hooked up with these people who ended up creating a business, and long story short, really like fucking his family out of everything
Yeah,
because of greed.
Bob Ross Industries.
Right. Which has nothing to
Fitzgerald's.
do. Right.
I didn't realize he sold so much merchandise.
Yeah.
Like having his own paint line and
Right.
and paintbrushes and stuff like that. I had no
Right.
clue, and I had no clue this dude was as popular as he was.
Yeah, me neither.
Where
I mean,
the old biddies are like tearing his clothes
Oh,
off
yeah,
at
yeah, yeah,
appearances.
Yeah. I mean, I knew, the only thing I knew is he was on, The Joy of Painting. That's it.
Yeah,
Like
that's it. And you,
after school.
that's the funny guy you'd see occasionally.
Yeah. I'd see him like once or twice a week after school. Bob
Yeah.
Ross was on. You're like, all right, I'll watch it. I'll watch it. Man, he can make some, he can make some trees, boy. Happy little trees.
It's kind of hypnotizing.
Yeah.
Sucked in there. It's nice.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know what the painting technique was, that it wet on wet painting technique. I thought that's how you paint. I didn't know that was like some sort of technique.
Oh, yeah.
I thought everyone painted like that. I thought, if you're an artist, that's how you painted, because that's the only guy I saw do a painting.
Yeah. And then there was the flower people, the flower painter people.
Yeah.
Mm.
So they were on PBS too, and they had
Right.
their own show. What was it like? We
Learn-
paint flowers.
Yeah.
Whatever
We
it's
learned to
called.
paint flowers.
We paint flowers. And what was their name again?
Oh man.
The
I
flower-
forget.
I don't remember the flower people's names.
So it was the Kowalskis, right? Were the
Yeah, with the
were the
well,
business partners,
right.
So what I don't understand is, again, I don't fault the Kowalskis for being business people,
Right.
but
Yeah.
so like if you think of the founder and you think of this, it kind of has some similarities, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But this broad like was straight evil and
Yeah. Try to get him to sign away his
not just
rights on
Bob
his
Ross. I'm talking
deathbed.
about I'm not just talking about that, but before, even before that, when she or after that when she went after the flower people and
Right.
put her own book out, and she was going to paint
Yeah,
flowers now.
basically
had-
plagiarized her stuff and tried to run them out of the business.
Not tried, she did. She had
Yeah.
so she totally plagiarized all their stuff, learned how to paint flowers, taught people how to do it on PBS, and then had the company where they got all their supplies stop selling them their supplies, so they couldn't even buy anything, which was so bizarre because like there had to be more than one company out there that sold paint and fan brushes.
Yeah. That Weber company, they're the only game in town.
Yeah. Like when they were like, yeah, Weber stopped selling to us. I'm like, all right.
So buy it from
Yeah. Like there's one paint company out there.
What's that? Moore,
Benjamin Moore.
Benjamin Moore Paint
Yeah.
Company. Go to them.
Somebody,
They got a lot of
somebody has
brushes.
to. Yeah. What was there had to be a Kate? What's it? What was the hobby store? What was it called?
Michaels or
No. The smaller ones. Something hobby and hobby. Blah 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 and hobby.
There's Hobby Lobby or
No. It was in New Jersey, like where we lived. Something.
Pearl.
Yeah, there was Pearl
Hobby.
Art
Yes.
Center.
Pearl Art
But there was
Center,
like
that's right.
something blah 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 and hobby. Remember, it was those small little stores.
Yeah.
They sold
Yeah.
all the paints and the models and shit like that.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't remember the full name, but like, just
It was
like,
it was like Hobby City or
Yeah,
something
you-
like that.
You get your little
Right.
bottles of testers.
yeah. Like, but
Yeah,
man, she was like,
Because they sold ST's rockets.
right.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, this lady was just like evil business. There's business and there's just like scumbag business.
Yeah.
Like Ray Kroc.
Well,
They-
Ray Kroc did not cheat them out of their
Right.
business.
That's my point. He just
He
yeah.
bought them out,
Right.
and he paid a pretty high price to them.
Right.
You know,
Right.
back then
That's what I mean.
a tax-free $1 million was a ton of money back
Right.
then.
Exactly.
You know, so he wasn't like screwing them so much in that deal.
Right. Plus, so here's the thing about the Bob Ross end of it. Like I understand them handling everything and wanting money and getting all the money and stuff like that. But like, and Bob really didn't want anything to do with that because he just wanted to paint and make people happy.
Right.
Like he didn't care, whatever, they'll handle it. But to not give anything to his kids and shit like that, like they did evil shit.
Yeah.
They did,
Yeah.
like I was just like, when all these other painters, I was like, why don't you just shoot the old lady?
Yeah.
Dump her in a hole.
It was very underhanded. And of course, after this came out, they didn't cooperate at all. They wouldn't do an interview
Of course.
for this. But after it came out, no, you misrepresent us.
Yeah.
I'm going,
See,
yeah.
Because they ain't getting any of that Netflix money. That's why they're pissed.
No, this is the problem I have with this movie is that might very well be true. Documentaries can use editing and different interviews and change your opinion. It was very one-sided. It wasn't just
Well,
The
it's
kid
one-sided
finding-
because
The kid finding out that he was supposed to get a piece of the business
David.
and he had the rights to it, and that they went and talked the brother into signing away all those rights.
right. So here's the difference, Carl.
but it may not have gone that way.
No. Listen, if they had nothing to hide, they would have done the interviews and gave their side of the story. That's why
Maybe.
it's one-sided. They didn't want any part because they're going to, well, did you do that? Well, yeah, we did it. So that's the difference. Like they were just fucking.
I'm skeptical of talks like this.
So this at 77% positive out of only 26 reviews. Not a wide reviewed
Right.
movie. I guess that might be natural for documentaries.
Right.
That you wouldn't have that many critics watching it.
Right.
And the audience score was pretty close, 74%.
Yeah.
Now that's what I was when I looked up Foundation. I looked at the score and it was something 60s or so. But the audience score, which in most cases on these is higher than the
Mhm.
critic score, was lower than the critic score by like 10 points. So that got me a little skeptical. Okay, maybe this isn't going to be that great. But it wasn't that bad. Or as Richie put it, heard it was good though.
I'm not watching it. Heard it was good though. That's so funny.
All right, so what do we rate it?
This wasn't bad. I'd give it a solid 2.5, maybe 3. I'll go 3.
Okay.
I like Bob Ross. It was well done. Again, if you're guilty, you're not going, I'm not coming out. I'm because you're afraid to get sued. That means you're a scumbag and you're fucking doing shady shit.
That's
So,
what they're trying to lead you to believe.
well, if they weren't doing shady shit and wanted to have their side of the story, they would have showed up to do the interview
The fuck do they care? They got millions.
from
Maybe they
doing
got their-
shady shit.
Maybe they have their own documentary coming
Carl.
on Apple Plus.
Yeah.
Tell me, Carl. You have never said exactly who you work for. So could it be BRI Industries?
Yeah. I mean, there was part of me for like 30 seconds sitting there. It was like, I'll never buy anything I'll never buy any Bob Ross anything. And part of me was like, yeah, you will. Who cares?
Will you?
Yeah.
Have you ever before?
No, but who cares? Like,
Have you ever bought a Bob Ross anything?
no, but like if I was, like buy someone a Happy Tree shirt, like, oh, happy. I've seen them.
Yeah.
So like, it's after seeing this, there are people out there that are militant, like, I'm not going to do that because it's an evil corporation and I'm just not going to do it, and go all Karen on. I'm not going to do that. I'll probably.
All right. Well, what do
So.
you give it, Carl?
I didn't really like it. I felt I was being manipulated. I mean, David seemed like a nice dude, but it
Another
was
hippie.
so one-sided. I came in wanting to know more about Bob Ross. I came in knowing that he's a super nice guy and he's great at painting, quick painting.
I gotta say,
I left knowing the same thing.
yeah,
I
gotta
wanted
say,
to learn more. Like I heard he used to be a drill sergeant in the Marines.
Well,
Yeah.
well, there is
I want
another.
to learn that shit.
Well, then you should watch the other documentary
Oh, I didn't know there was
about Bob Ross. That's more about him. This is more about the people around him.
ah,
Well, that's what
After
I was
he's
hoping
gone.
for.
all right. Well, what do you give it?
1.5.
All right, Ken, what do you give it, buddy?
Carl brings up a good point. It was definitely seemed like it was one-sided. But I think because it was more of a scandalous kind of money thing, we're only going to see one side of it when it comes to these things. But I'm more interested in learning more about Bob Ross rather than,
Right.
I was hoping to see like maybe knockdown, drag out fight over some money, but it was kind of just one-sided, not so much of a challenging thing. Like, I don't think Steve could do anything anyway. It didn't seem like he was living any kind of, grand lifestyle.
Right.
So
Why Bob put it in his brother's name? Steve, he was an adult. Put it in your son's an adult. Put it in his name. He's over 18.
and he was grooming him to be the next painter,
Yeah.
right?
That I never understood.
And he even painted less, not as good, so his son can, look like he's better than him.
Right. Like I would have
Yeah.
given.
That was nice. I
I
like
would have
that.
given 51-49 the other way. That's how it would have went.
Yeah, and yeah, Carl, I think that was nice, but for the whole thing, I think just a 2 for me.
Yeah.
I did learn that he seems pretty impressionable.
Well,
Old Bob.
I am going to point you both to Bob Ross, The Happy Painter.
Ooh,
It's
Okay.
another documentary.
that sounds much better.
See, there's no greed in it.
Yeah.
So, it's happy. That's what I want.
That's good.
I want a happy
Yeah.
documentary.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're just gonna
About him, yes, that's what I want.
We're gonna do happy little endings. Destroy the movie.
Happy endings.
I didn't give mine a
Oh yeah. What did you give it, Jim?
I give it a solid 3.
3. There you go. That would.
I enjoyed it. I was interested in it. It kept my attention. I understand it may be one-sided, but I tend to lean in that direction. Whenever you got business partners who are just running the business
Yeah,
And-
it's always bad.
and you're not really involved in it, that's bad
Mhm.
news, baby.
Yeah, that's why I always knew my business partner what he was doing.
What was he doing?
It was you.
Yes.
I always know where he lives.
Yeah. So
So that was the two-fer. We had a 2 for Tuesday, even
Yeah,
though
a
we record this
it's-
on Wednesdays.
yeah, there you go. So there you go. DestroyAllMovies.com could be found at DestroyAllMovies.com. And Destroy All
No, it
Movies.
can't.
.co.
It's
.co.
damnshow.co.
Damnshow.co.
Not destroyalmovies.com. Go to Apple Podcasts and leave a review, please. And give us 5 stars for the gold you just heard coming out of Richie's mouth.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Go to damnshow.co for our other fine podcasts, as well as you can not leave us, but buy us a cup of coffee.
Yes.
Buy us a coffee. Go to that, click on the link there. You can throw us a couple of bucks.
And bring the kiddies, why don't you?
Use the Amazon link as well. Click on that link, go, and it brings you to Amazon. You do your shopping. You don't even have to re-sign in. You do all your shopping, and then it doesn't cost you 1 penny extra. And
I have clicked on that link.
did you buy anything after clicking on that link?
No, but I have clicked on the link.
You're halfway there, man.
I can safely say I have clicked on that link.
And I can safely say that's the end of Destroy All Movies.
Well done.
Nice.
That is it. That's all we got. Kids, I'm Richie.
Jim.
You can.
Carl.
Good night, damnation. You like TV? I like TV.
I do like TV.
I watch TV. And today we're going to destroy TV.
Okay.
That's right, kids. Destroy All Movies has another little fun podcast. Destroy All TV.
Coming at
Destroy
you
All
from
Television.
Damn Junior Podcasting.
Could be classic TV. Could be new TV. You never know. You never know
Could
what
be.
we're going to throw at you.
Mostly,
So if you like-
mostly classic TV, especially
but if you-
bad classic TV, which is almost all of classic
Right.
television.
Yeah, real.
Yeah.
For real.
Destroy All Television. Damn show.
Yes, kids, Destroy All Television. Get it at damnshow.co, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, and everywhere you listen to your favorite podcasts.